tie ne ahwefo ne yenkrofo no mo ye adwuma nti no we try to discuss all games but to be very honest games in be ho no mo ya na e call more attention in certain games nti no credit nyame so games in the doso but because of the importance of Liverpool ne Madrid game nti no me pese me will see a bit of time but before the Champions League, you know, recently a place, you know, me can say place like me ne Master Antonio ne
Nico Williams.
Nico no. Omo issues, you know, akoye bibi ho no. Ahyase no na ye nyina ya dwen ye se la me ya ma so den na ama na kofa sa ade na to no so. Over usage of the body. Men can say to be more streetwise. A man for Sakraketwa auto pan and I want now rest and a public area public can say but after hearing say Master Antonio and then Nico so I encounter similar medical issues, you know. Now I call it for a bit of attention. The idea of TN say what check it so what you want medical school, one year science, one school crowd na football na open with each Nico Lamine and Master Antonio. Also mobile bosso.
Yeah, more age no.
We age this in China by profile or most say make person say winger.
Yeah.
Or you know tubrika. Or you know explosive. Let me come at you know. I also had an idea say Kaka crown when your issue to be paying. Apart from Kaka, there has been another player, Brazilian, and also so AC Milan, and also any issue to be paying. Na Kaka diano, amoko any surgery. So not just be a Kaka paying and name common na yaw. Yedi. Na dia ne deba. Na making Kaka and Kaibino, me conclusion kakra ne say, a top players are more repetitive, intensive movement.
Yes.
With constant change of direction.
I say Lamina Fabo watching what line for the America but no shake would when I'm the fan wa cop benkum like at a go quick. And I said the movie BBS here.
Sarah Santono do so
Nico Williams say
na kaka.
Yeah.
Or you explosive. Or Fabo no dey bad defender we dey coach. Ujina wa dia waja ochiri. So na me sakin ka bi me na o kire say say yaw nipa ya ha mu ha say no tendons or intintini ne honam akwa bi e boboa no ano sa area bi ho de na emre nti the more pressure ko no the more ho de no susu mu etetete nti no me ya na say eh na ne e ba ne say no a e de no mu movie na yaw ono edin de say omo
pubalgia
puno a pubic giano a pain na hot na me kai say analgesics a painkillers kai say analgesics a painkillers a de ekum in the pain within your body analgesics
okay
pubalgia once a hono no derive ya the pain no na ya kwa me say anytime bia pressure be ba that area no it will be softened intimi contain pressure and heat no how dey ma sa moment to dey ma veins and tendons no into no obe experience dizziness untimi move because these guys no omo hia de bi wo mo na ni to say electric Master Antonio, you know the players they are not players say Xavi, Modric, Iniesta, Vitinha, Mamba. They dance around a very close space. These guys they explode. So me na say oh really not just adie la me ne bra na okọ boy no but this has been the game ekwanya football afa so anyini no sa na medicine so anyini o football mu yeah ekwanya football afa so grow no medically sa na football so grow enti e bia how medicine save Messi no how medicine save Lewandowski no ebia na nkra isusu anya omode because okay Lewandowski kwan fa so mo healing no o chichi for kakrama me
to na
as a ponko yi no
yeah so be na black stars say nya lady bis ama I know no so use
o ko ponko ay munsu
nobody afrani ma
yeah medicine has really grown in this industry so I feel say nkra no it's a bit unfortunate but omo na omo yehunu we no say away from that quickly like the Champions League no me catch no say we our history Alonso Kofie but anya niji say mu ema ubia okofie tonight it should have been a game in Trent on best celebrating on Anfield. Nanso no odi Madrid ekese yochi. The status of Madrid and Ojin hono rekoye. It will be firmon celebrating no. Yet baby or quiet so onye relevant say.
Because of injury.
Whatever be the case, he's out of the starting level.
Okay.
Valverde in the ball.
So they on no excuses.
No way. Valverde in the ball. Oh, no, on the bench. Valverde in the ball too. So what I'm trying to put across is say, baby or Jane ho a free on some coin. No. Oman jano kwan paso. Inti oba ehuro ene beba. But baby so coin so when TV cement in the position ho. Inti akwa issue ho. And the papa akwa camera is better hwehwe ne pa Trent. Baby will be a camera better but just watch them. Because of the game's nature and whatever he did at Anfield. Apart from these two guys, Trent, Alonso Diano or returning at a very rightful time. On Gerrard and a Anfield faithful synonym say, Sir Klopp backward the beer. Zabi Alonso and a Gerrard the Babaji trainer. Unfortunately, it hasn't been the case. But when you're ready, do you ready? No, so or call it him. Intine obasa ba fie se ho because Zabi Alonso. Game no ebe call for many of the discussable points and Yankopo yard mo chire. The least one of them no tactics. Shadrack and Mamin go through my last 5 games to both clubs and I go through. And you understand say Madrid game at a very good form, at a very good moment in the season. But unfortunately, Liverpool about Galatasaray. Look at this. Aston Villa started first. Manchester United, Frankfurt, Brentford, Crystal Palace, Aston Villa. Yo, and come here, you didn't check Liverpool wins. 3 losses, 2 wins. On my last 5 fixtures on my ball. Na akwa me say adia abo Liverpool win no munya titia Aston Villa no. If 2 wins no and akwa right after Manchester United game no na win na Chelsea 1-2 and loss. The environment wouldn't have been very nice for Arne Slot. 3 losses ahead of meeting Liverpool. Madrid. And now checking Madrid and so it's a sharp contrast. Madrid, look, very beautiful. Clean sheet. Goal scoring efficacy in the final third. Now when American and the game no was certain angles. Liverpool, Madrid, I did be defining or more casio. Great and power. Aggressive and intensive football. When was the last time I saw Liverpool game on power Nana Klopp exhibiting? Intensity Nana Klopp exhibiting. You can say greater. Born or lose born but we start pressing. That's great and power. And power no means endurance. You started first minute no. Sa energy no. And nobody boko see the 90th minute no. That's great and power.
Money more time.
So Liverpool lose no deal no. It is part of them. From a long so more time no more day no. I don't think Milan the yom no so di bi yom no. Milan was ade no. Mr. Champions League no more ma focus no nyina o mo nim sa ade ne. They have it. Technically they will be there. These are 2 teams who will be very much attacking. When they defend artistically, when they defend by culture, when they defend okay, Liverpool coach they could defend yes Madrid before. And I catch Madrid before say Liverpool a Concord they nunti o kasa yent you could defend it. No, Alonso can't even use the word defend or dressing room. Obey to caution, obey to control, obey to stability. They will attack Liverpool and so Liverpool will attack. But department about keeping both teams in the game a defense and attack.
A defense.
A defense.
And agree. The Ebema Abia Liverpool befa win. And as a Madrid befa win. And as a born be pie. A defense.
A defense. I want to switch a crabby. I the Real Madrid side, you know. Your Bobon or Anfield. Today, or probably tonight. Virgil van Dijk can connect to be feeling the test of Kylian Mbappe. Omunshi will be a 2 recast out there. If you've met one, tell me. Game down the air, Bono. It is Kylian Mbappe against those 2. Because naturally Liverpool need a DM where the Caicedo type or track striker from deep cannot from. They don't have that type. They have Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai. These are all midfielders. On the ball you see them. Without the ball, so when you compact you not quite them. I've analyzed some few Liverpool goals here. And I know the make up ball defender and Medina Chef Van Dijk. You remember how the game was built out from midfield. And I am saying, none of the teams and because it will defend it. What will be your defensive stability?
Because last season, Madrid had Mbappe bar Anfield year to Muluzu 2-0. That was under Ancelotti.
Mekaipa.
Yeah.
Mekaipa. Mbappe, also last season, Mami date, ne Mami any date. Ne Mami Mbappe form at that time, ne Mami Mbappe from this time. Ne Mami Virgil van Dijk mo form at that time, ne Mami Van Dijk mo form a fee.
Matuasi.
Who we be Mumame, Liverpool, or form a fee, ne Mami sa time Liverpool form. As against Madrid the form CCA. Football is situations.
So, on Shane say last season, Liverpool share Madrid in tea.
Now, for Madrid, Madrid,
5-2.
You don't go through and if you have a champagne, why will you say I will go into just one game last year?
Last 2 seasons, yeah.
Why do you want to stick there? If you want to open it up, let's go to the last 5 games. Head to head. And I'm a quickly, because a big game. Yeah, we started 2021 season in the Bano. I'm about 0-0. 2022, Anfield, Madrid winning 1-0. 2023, Anfield, Madrid winning 5-2. 2023, Madrid FA, we didn't Anfield. Madrid FA was 1. And then last year, so check out your idea, one is stronger. But me, statistics, I am talking about the durability between Virgil van Dijk and Konate as against Kylian Mbappe. A honor born wall. I don't know, men can't deny in the military. Because of Tchouameni, men can't 2 centre backs in Homasem. Tchouameni will be the steel to protect them. Who protects these two? Every strength of the centre backs relies on the DM. Yeah, Bob Van Dijk, Ferdinand Dene, Vede Chabasso, ya check it original manim. Ramos, Varane, ya Bob Mabasso, check it original manim. It has been the game. The original manim, no. So, only technical control, I'll keep people on the as a busketa. Or tactical understanding, I'll finding out the risk. And it's either be a Ramos or Kwao or the Chija Casemiro. Who protects these two guys against Kylian Mbappe? Maka, Madrid number 4-3-3. Oba started game 4-3-3, but Alonso Boa 4-4-2. At the end of Simeone Yebino, by playing 4 central midfielders, no, or Bobby Wide, Alonso Baby.
Okay.
4 central midfielders, but me no 2 central by rows. Na me no ball 2 wide by rows.
So keep it born.
A dangerous pa. A dangerous. I don't know who was screen this on TV so they on send fans to Madrid the
Yeah.
4 midfielders I think also a ball wide. A hono wide no belly and Bakobi. Good Bakobi. Enipa onya a floating row because a floating row I am chance to move around the field and there on the Gina Militao and it didn't hide in him on the own move field in the soon on assassin. But Bellingham, Camavinga, Adagula, yaw. Baby obi agina biano a shared responsibility. Obi abebobi. Now none want me and follow that movement no but for Liverpool it will be a constant 4-3-3 with Gravenberch as the sitter. No you no di gina ni McAllister Szoboszlai. Yeah, na entan 10 is a Szoboszlai ever deep na Gravenberch echo top. How many times do you see that? Yeah, na entan 10 is a McAllister ever deep not Gravenberch echo. It has always been Gravenberch, but without the ball, what has been his strength? But for Tchouameni, without the ball, he's solid. And to me say, battle on a Madron, Kylian Mbappe against Virgil van Dijk and Konate. Tchouameni against whoever or the ball as the second striker behind Ekitike. Tchouameni will not be dealing with Ekitike. Or be dealing with the Robert box late Salah or Kodigapo on the Tchouameni diano. So in my opinion, a game of goals, second half no be flow. First half no will be for stability. Maybe 1-0 be. Na game no be. Maybe 1-1 be. Na game no be. Near second half. Maybe who about me mukakra. Tinam de maybe ni di kind yaw. A big game at me. And you more recording to my message and actually I'll watch this game live. In my scoreline, I think say a double chance in Real Madrid or Anfield. Win or draw.
Madrid didn't lose.
No way.
Oh,
no, not in my opinion.
Okay.
Win or draw for Madrid. Okay. And what pushes the game in Madrid's favor? The element of intensity. Liverpool losing it, you know. But no be who Madrid for no. I don't remember last time about intensity. Coach BGB free basa ho. The kind intensity game na near day. Bon, I'm not coming to foul by my Piato actually. Quick throw but to my Yibono. That and the man, but maybe we'll game Mudia. Me current tentem so. But all bamu and my general.
Okay, yes.
You kind of tempo control. The obey beer they know. But on no bamu, they're really tormenting. I want to see a very good response from Liverpool. May back Madrid all odds. Not because of my heart, but how I see the game. My heart in any Madrid. Everybody knows this. No my job must be with trying so. But Xabi Alonso have a very, very dynamic team. And ODB and a slot. Anfield in there. You take my rest. And now they are share game. How a game no go.
Okay.
You will see Kylian Mbappe tonight. Yeah.
Mama game na home. Okay.
Champions League.
Oh yes, Champions League.
Oh mama break a cry na say woko.
Fabe 3 become na mabameza ho.
Right, boss.
For so, PSG ne Bayern dia no.
Bayern dia no na me pese me ja full game no de mameza because me hu ni production na wo.
Okay.
Me nem na mu me ebe hadwene. But we say Meza enjoyed that game no. The best defense. On say Champions League aye boy, bi mu nyan concede goals. Arsenal concede I think 1 goal. Me top 4 I bet me win the Champions League na fi no. Yaw. My Bayern, my Madrid, PSG. Na me the Arsenal ka ho. Me top 4 bet me the Champions League na fi ni. Na maybe Barca for Beka say oh, Barca form last year say. But I've told you to lose Inigo Martinez, you know. The
Arsenal come concede goal.
And yeah,
on Inter
0-0 for you 2, but back here 1-0. And the Madrid and
Inter.
Okay,
Inter and Arsenal
0-0. Eh?
Yeah.
But I consider 1 goal. By Madrid or Liverpool, one of them I consider 1 goal. On the Champions League, you know, yeah. In the dying stages of the Champions League, of the bigger tournaments, it's all about your defense. Look, Yanaman for Ekasati Akolomwani, but Bono Martinez and Ayon, how he stretched wide. Now, for Yakolomwani, the sense with which a move you cover Bono crowd on Monabaso, but it has always been who denies the chance. Arsenal Troy is solid. Bayern defend by keeping possession. They don't defend without the ball. They defend by keeping the ball. Bayern, no. I didn't know Pep Guardiola you be my basano. Look at this chance. Oh, fire striker. But the goalkeeper was stretching 4 cardinal points off in the body. No, so it's always about defending. Who is your goalkeeper? Who are your 2 central defenders? Inigo Martinez a free Barcelona. Almost strength swat. The attack alone can do the job. My Boba in Abaso, PSG, they still have their arsenals. Omo weapon renumuno, omo sanya nkran brace say my Yulu name or down cry Ibrahim Amo. These guys, you know, look, can you go into a game and think say oh bench Ousmane Dembele?
You so proud.
Or better options. And then Enrique demonstrating. You know. So the game is solely about who manages the game from selection and then the game management. This Champions League, you know, my boy Arsenal, my boy PSG, my boy Bayern, and my boy Real Madrid, because of their defense, you know, my attack, you know, and that is the same reason why my Ibasa didn't free, you know, and I am supporting, Arsenal against Copenhagen. Copenhagen, and last
Prague.
Slava Prague. Yeah. Last 3 games, so sure, their form has been a topsy-turvy situation. And Arsenal, Prague time, say, oh, stop Arsenal. No way. They have a real moment to make a statement. And I'm going for Arsenal against Prague, Slava Prague. Napoli by winning against Frankfurt. Frankfurt scoring that 1 goal at SG of 0.42 was so low against Liverpool. And also about game basis hybrid crowd community to Moka. Frankfurt and show that real resilience in Europe this season. I go for Napoli in that game. Juventus, Ebesha Sporting CP. Olympiacos and PSV game near tricky. Very tricky. Win or draw for the home side, Olympiacos. Yeah, my last one, Spurs. Ebenya Renaissance against Copenhagen.
Okay. Whoa, Mate, me that say new Meza.
Yes,
Yensi way. Say BBI cool there.
BBI cool. My yencheti for. I me say many new share the same ideology when it comes to the Real Madrid Liverpool match. And you have Mojidi said, and then Real Madrid will carry the day. I think whatever that is supposed to be said about that game, I knew it in Akano. I want to see how Liverpool react. This season, almost strong, especially if you know. Real Madrid has always shown class, but yeah, games in the say another European royalty. O come me new Champions League trophies, but one in the door. Real Madrid will 15, Liverpool 6, 21 trophies in the Gua Personal. New game get to we need a kind of European royalty game, no. This is an European royalty game.
2 finals in 10 years.
Top. The last 10 years, no. Bakwa about 3 finals. Bakwa about 4 to 5 finals. It is a match that is made for the gods. And I think tonight, Yabebo be Masu. If you must be me, you're more ready. If you submit me for the FE system, but I think let's move on to the Paris Saint-Germain Bayern Munich game. Yow, and you know in this particular game. One, the storylines and the broader perspective of how these two coaches in normal career sit here. You better in this game. They are tossing me, you know. The statistics and what they could be are. You better the Ebeko. Near we are, ye Jinaso, Eddie Akase team A and our team B, and Ebeshe. Yenya abo training yenti ankomo we say ne ento aso mfemfiri wo. Yeah. Luis Enrique is looking forward to establish himself or cement Paris Saint-Germain's legacy. Oh, we are seeing now say they have arrived. No ma ba no so nye ne kono mo beko. Yeah, hunu Nottingham Forest so aba beji Champions League. Atwaso 79-80. But then Nottingham Forest is rated among the mid-table clubs, any the lowest clubs in the English Premier League. Aston Villa the Champions League in Ibida. By Argentina, Aston Villa be Champions League in the Mubiema. Only obi kushia yanka say European royalty. Everyone sees Aston Villa as any other team that has come into the competition to come and experience it. Nothing more, nothing less. The biggest job for Luis Enrique is making Paris Saint-Germain a powerhouse. The key word is powerhouse. For more years, it will European teams in this. Waje treble no, edi omasiwo. Edi nesi baby. Apega ni mu. Amo mudi nyina atre. Na emum powerhouse ya attach no. See, both teams beat the Liverpool. There's a different feeling that is attached to it. Your Real Madrid, there's a different feeling attached to it. Your Barcelona, there's a different feeling attached to it when it comes to the Champions League. Man City, most of these guys are. I feel no mobile banos, you different feeling and they attach it to it. And there's a Man City Kobo Real Madrid crana. See, on paper, we will still rate Real Madrid ahead of Manchester City because Real Madrid is a powerhouse in the UEFA Champions League. Now that is the difficult task for Luis Enrique to do. And tonight, Luis Enrique is not playing against any other team, but he's playing against an European powerhouse in the shape of Bayern Munich. When they come about powerhouse, by 2 goals to 1. Barcelona. And what to 29 as you see our bet in a fee. And I will try another powerhouse, Amana Saba. Now we're taking the first box of beating one powerhouse. I got the second one. And some of these things ni push you do a certain stage bia. Ni pensu suye ni o ma dwen de fa team no ho no. Ene dwumadi a wodi e wo club ni mu no esesa.
Okay.
Ni ameka se wo de o wiase abai ni Ntebe nko na ahwe mo na ade age. Ntebe. These are the things you are going to say. Someone might say, Omushe Inter Milan 5-0 with the final. Inter Milan a powerhouse. I don't think when you talk about Champions League or more top powerhouse now. I'm talking about Magic 5, 6, 7 in the corner. AC Milan is the powerhouse when it goes to Italian football in the Champions League. Because of the number of times they've won it. Imagine baby. Vincent Company and I do a bit my baptism of fire. And now say a bit my ocean into a new regime. The reason why I make us a bit mind a baptism of fire, say Luis Enrique with too much experience coaching at the top level. When Luis Enrique second team or Madrid the treble when it comes to the UEFA Champions League, winning the league and winning your domestic trophy. Chelsea na stop Paris Saint-Germain from winning 6 trophies. Just maybe the Intercontinental Cup there and maybe Omaka Kojia can basis there. But as it stands, no, not 6 a door when you Chelsea na stop here. Mukomudi the FIFA Club World Cup in the account. So it has been a dominant Paris Saint-Germain side coached by an extraordinary coach whom I believe say or a tactical freak. To abasa to ni sanu to way and the crowd also what is run or hebon no NFL line ebia no ye players no ye say it a bit my baptism on fire I mean their bonus 4-0 3-0 na bibia you but Vincent Company ema me boom kompon komachia yaw me kai coaches bebre a o masi so Brian Clough Abraham Sisu in the 30s. Yaw. Omo man Nottingham Forest adwuma so ombe as at that time Nottingham Forest journey now so with the Premier League mo no. Yaw. Or the omu second division title, first division title, Beje Champions League back to back. There was Jose Mourinho who was 14 years old coaching FC Porto. Yaw. As at that time, Jose Mourinho the Porto Beje the Europa League. The following season, Jose Jombe then Abeji the Champions League. The team and no Asaba Chelsea Abeji League back to back. There is Pep Guardiola, who coached Barcelona's main team at the age of 37 years. Yow, your team and Pep Guardiola the Barcelona yesterday. You see, this is where Vincent Company and Nama or Didi in Komodeba. And yow. For winning the league title, I think a one watra. Say in the Bundesliga, I don't think Vincent Company have a lot of issues. Yeah, me nya so wa dwindwin bia oda or sorry say bia league ne je din. There be, but baby in pempe so no duro was oko the different level. Mo bia hunu say yes, adwuma na wa ba say osua na oye ba no. Oyeba. Champions League some of these games. Itiene Yebehwe, severe baptism of fire, and a Vincent Company, Yebe because he's playing against one of the best teams in form when it comes to European competition. Yow, between these two teams, the last 4 games, Paris Saint-Germain intimidated Bayern Munich in the Champions League. In the Champions League. The AUA TV is a FIFA Club World Cup no. But in the Champions League, the last 4 games between Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich, including the last 2 Bayern Munich, keep clean sheet.
I was a trophy.
Yow, but me who ade bia ma me yema shimia ma Paris Saint-Germain. In the last 4 seasons, Champions League match day 4, Paris Saint-Germain in Winibi.
Oh.
2020-2021 match day 4 Omone Leipzig go 2-2. 21-22 Omone Benfica ebo 1-1. They've lost the subsequent 2 at the Atwaso. Coming into this last season class match day 4 yaw omulusui match day 4 omulusui and they almost any Bayern Munich na eboda ben match day 4. The last 4 seasons, Oma draw 2, Oma lose 2, match day 4 when it comes to the UEFA Champions League. Whether is by the old format and a new format, because new format when you crop mobile and a crown yaw. Last season, match day 4, they lost it. Bayern Munich are in the form of their life. Is it going to be a repeat of match day 4 case for Paris Saint-Germain? And then Neisha Breno on be tuning na dane no. Yaw, players e be sia kan be kire. Paris Saint-Germain me say Zabani Desire Doué. For Bayern Munich, omo me say Jamal Musiala was started training there, but Onyanya fit for games. I told you, I'm not sure so about season if you are Bayern Munich because no buy. I'm not sure so about match. But very likely to look at this team and look at the table. No one will say a top of the half game. No, me no bebo. 3 games, 3 wins for each other. Obia or plus 10 goals.
A big game.
Or Mushe goals. But you hear Bayern Munich starting 11 now. Yow, very likely say Nyame Aduma Banwa no yaba experienced goalkeeper